Hello, Mark.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, man, we busy as a bee, man. How you doing?
I love it. I'm doing awesome. Thanks so much for taking the time to do this. I appreciate you sitting down. I'll keep it short and sweet. I'm looking forward to seeing you this weekend.
All right. Well, I'm a Buckeye. I'm from Youngstown, Ohio.
I was just gonna say, I was like, so it's got to be a little bit of a nice thing to come back every so often, right?
Yeah. Matter of fact, they're getting ready to give us a star in Youngstown, the first star ever, and that's going to be on July 1st.
Oh my gosh, congratulations! That's super cool.
Yeah, Youngstown, Ohio.
Oh my gosh. Well, now, like we're just happy to bring you back to Fairfield. I think it's cool that you're coming in. I'm really excited about this. I'm a big, you can't really see with my virtual background, but I'm a big musician myself, longtime fan of yours. So
Okay.
I've been mostly trying to spend my time not making a Jungle Gyms Markets Jungle Boogie joke, but this is where it goes. So, well, hell, let's just dive right into the champagne. So talk to me about Le Cool. Like, how did that come up?
Well, it was about almost 10 years ago. We were on tour in France.
Mm-hmm.
We had about 20 shows that were sold out. And the promoter came to me. He said, listen, I'm doing a champagne with the late Barry White lookalike and one of the Bee Gees.
Oh,
He said,
cool.
well, how would you like to have the champagne on your tour? Well, I said, listen, I don't think my fans want to buy a bottle of champagne at a concert. They want T-shirts and caps and autographs. But then I said, well, you know what? I would like to get on the shelves. And he said, what? Took him by surprise, actually. Yeah, I said, I want to be on the shelves. Like Dom Perignon, Cristal, Dom Renard, up in Ypres, up
Right.
in Rims, in Champagne country.
That's right.
I took it for a spin. So I came up with this idea called Le Kool Champagne, Lekool, Champagne, because I wanted it to come from France, to be as like a surprise, almost like Eddie Murphy coming to America.
Perfect. Yeah,
From Africa.
it's so good.
But anyway, so that's what I decided to do. And, the first couple of years out, we were making a little progress. And then COVID hit. And when COVID hit, that slowed down everybody and everything. So we're back out there again. And we're doing pretty good with it. We're in about 9 markets. Norwegian Cruise Line just added us to their cruise. We're talking to a few other cruise lines. We're going to be in Vegas. We have a residency at old Elvis Presley home. It used to be the Hilton.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's called the Westgate now. So we have a residency there. And we're just moving across the country in various markets. Right now, we're in New York, FOB. Then we have New Jersey. We have Georgia. Coming down to Savannah. We have Florida. We have Tennessee.
Beautiful.
We got Ohio. We have Vegas. And we're working on LA. We're also talking to a couple of accommodations and we'll be doing in the UK. We just left there. We did about 4 out of 6 shows there. And we're also looking at Italy. We'll be there in September. So we're moving and grooving, man.
I love it. Yeah, you're going worldwide, baby.
That's the only way to go.
That's so cool. One of the things I kept thinking, and I was like, do you feel like the champagne kind of embodies the, how should I say, like the spirit and the energy of your musical creations?
Yeah, I mean, okay, you take the song Celebration, which is our biggest hit,
Oh, great song.
for 30 years or something. And whenever someone popping a bottle of champagne, you hear the song Celebration. Be it the Dom Perignon, the Cristal,
Right.
they're partying. So that's why we felt that, hey, what's a better champagne to celebrate with and the song to go along with it then celebration at the Kool Champagne.
Oh, that sounds amazing. Yeah. Well, when you mentioned the Norwegian cruise line too, I was like, oh, I better see that bottle christening every maiden voyage going forward.
Yeah, they have several ships, and we will be doing that. Matter of fact, it's called the Prima One.
Okay.
We were on that one, the big one. Katy Perry did the actual christening up in Iceland. Then they came down to the UK. They picked us up, and we gave them their party. And then they went on down to France and got chocolate con.
Oh, what?
Yeah. But the CEO said, hey, man, he tasted my rosé. His wife said, this is wonderful. He said, told her husband at the time, I want some rosé. Not only she gonna get some rosé, we came up with the first late day. Just arrived 4 days ago. You know, our first lady champagne. I think you guys will be getting it out there soon.
Oh, perfect. I can't wait.
It's ready to be ordered now. It's sitting in the dock. So I guess between FOV and Heidelberg and yourself, yeah, we have that. Yeah.
What would you say is the most fun part of this process for you? I mean, I'm guessing sampling it is probably on the list.
Yeah, you know, it's like old school for me. When you had a record, trying to get it played.
Sure.
So you gotta go to, you guys go to the program director 7 in the morning, bring some coffee and maybe some Dunkin' Donuts. Say, have you listened to my record yet? You know how that works. So it's kind of the same thing. So when I'm out there signing the bottle, people say, and when they taste it, they say, this is real champagne.
Yeah.
This tastes good. And I always say, don't say that because it's me. If you like the champagne, then tell me you like the champagne. I'm a big boy. And man, I'm telling you, everybody's loving this champagne.
I am so excited about us getting it in here. So like when they told me, I was like, they were like, you get to talk with Kool this week. And I was like, am I cool enough for the task? So this has just been so exciting. I know there's a lot of like, look, we have a really unique, interesting store here. And I think I can speak on behalf of all of us and say like, we're really excited that you're coming in. We're really excited to bring this into the store. I think we're all going to have fun. We could always use something a little fresh like this in here. I'm so sorry.
It's called Jungle Gym. So, you got Jungle Boogie with Jungle Gym.
I'm ready. I'll listen. I've got a whole studio of instruments ready. We'll put on an impromptu performance.
Oh yeah.
Hey, you touched on something I thought I would ask about. Obviously you've been in the music industry for a really long time. You kind of tapped on this a second ago, and I thought I'd ask because I otherwise might not get the opportunity, right? What's it been like watching the music industry evolve over the years? Because I know you all are still out playing and everything. Like, what has that been like, to see it like in the 70s compared to how it is now?
Well, we started back in 1964.
Mm-hmm.
Right, as a young guy, as the Jazzy Act Soul Town Band, Kool and the Flames, and then Kool and the Gang. When our first album came out, for us, it was more of an instrumental album. We didn't really have singers. We had like chant style music with the song Kool the Gang, and then we had Sea of Tranquility. We had Since I Lost My Baby that we covered from the Temptation. So it was kind of like that thing. And as we, grew, we came up with various ideas. Once a record company came to us and said, listen, you know what? He said, you guys are having some territorial hits, territorial like Virginia, Connecticut, Philadelphia, that's the surrounding areas. I said, okay. He said, we want to bring in a producer who had this big hit called Soul Makusa, Margo de Bongo or de Bango. And we met with him and we said, well, we're not really feeling that. So we went into the studio one morning. We went in there around 8 o'clock in the morning. And when we came out of the studio, we have created funky stuff, Hollywood swinging, and Jungle Boogie. No more problems with the record company after that.
They could hear that sweet jingle of money.
Yeah, then the music business has changed. We used to go on the road with the different groups, Sometimes it'd be the Delphonics, the Intruders, 5 or 6 groups on one bus, old big Greyhound buses, you know. And that changed after so many years. You get a couple of hits, then you got your own bus and you know, making your own flights and et cetera, et cetera. So that's been an up and down situation. I love the days of vinyl, when vinyl was around.
Yeah.
You know, because if you sold 1 million records, you know exactly what you made with vinyl. And then came CDs and cassettes and tapes and all that kind of stuff.
Sure.
Now we have streaming. Now that's something I must say, I'm old school. I really don't feel what the streaming is really about. I have to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Know? But it says that it helps acts to get jobs. But we get that. I mean, we did 48 shows with Van Halen. We did 10 shows with Kid Rock. We worked with the Dave Matthews Band.
So cool.
It goes on and on. Man.
I love it.
And we just came back. I mean, we did 18 shows this past December with the German Philharmonic Orchestra.
Oh, that sounds incredible.
It's called The Night of the Proms.
Cool.
You know what they were sipping on? Some of the Kool Champagne. Hey, that's what I got to say.
That sounds good to me. I'm looking forward to sipping that this weekend. You know, you brought up a tour that I saw you on, which was with Van Halen. So I'm a big Van Halen fan.
Yeah.
And it was when they announced that you guys were the openers, I was like, holy, I can't believe this lineup. Like, I was like, it's incredibly exciting. And I had to ask, how did that come about? You know, I for someone like me, it makes sense because if you look through my playlists, it tracks. But I know in the community, they were like, wow, what an interesting pairing. Like, how the hell did that all come together?
Yeah, well, we were at the Glastonbury Festival. Matter of fact, we just came from the UK.
I'm not kidding.
And that week they had Coldplay, U2, et cetera, et cetera. And so David Lee Roth was watching the BBC, and he saw us on that show. So he called up Eddie and Alex, said, I got the perfect act to open up this tour. See, it was a reunion tour.
Right.
And he was coming back. And then he said, who? He said, Kool the Gang. And they said, Kool the Gang? What you been smoking over there, man? Kool the Gang? He said, hey, they just rock the Glastonbury Festival with rock groups, okay? He said, y'all, do you remember? He said, we used to play their songs back in LA. We used to play a little Jungle Boogie, Hollywood Swing. And then he went on to tell me, you know, he said, 60% of my audience are ladies. He said, you guys got to hit ladies night. When we had the song Jump, you had Celebration. So he said, let's go out and have a party. And that's what we did.
It was such a cool night. I mean, to see them reunite there and having you guys on the tour too. It was like probably one of my favorite concert memories as an audience member ever. So I'm so glad. And thanks so much for answering that question too. I felt like such a dork asking it. Well, hey, you know, I don't want to take up too much of your time, but I'm really looking forward to seeing you here in the store this weekend. Thanks so much for this. And I want to wish you the best of luck with the launches all over the world. I'm excited to drink your champagne all over the planet.
Yeah, that's what we want. You know, if it gets too hot for you, like it is today, have you a nice cold glass of the Kool Champagne.
Cool off.